This is Andy's fault. This is all Andy's fault. I didn't realize how past time we were.
Prove it.
Well, part of the reason is, the timer counts down and then counts up once it gets passed. I can
That's
blame it
true.
on the timer, right?
Yeah, we can blame it on the rocket ship.
Shush! Oh, great. Now I have to watch I can't even see what that says. Let's move this over here. Aha!
What?
You're caught!
What?
Fresco, he lied to me. I just want to point that out.
What? What happened?
Fresco says, you pile of crap. You never told me it was rescheduled for today.
You didn't ask?
You lied. He told me. He is a fucking dirty liar. He told me that you wouldn't have been able to make it in time. Alluding to the idea that he's told you and you were just too busy.
Hey, wait a minute. No. Even Jess mentioned the podcast when we parted ways at the baseball field on Saturday.
Who was playing baseball?
Angelina.
Fair enough. Never said a damn word. Shame on you. Shame on you. How are you, Fresco? Fresco, fear not, buddy, because I have something that is going to so make up for it. I fucking promise. I got plans for me and you, buddy. Let's just say, can I just say that it's all but confirmed we're able to do this?
Oh, I would say all but confirmed. Yeah.
Okay. Let's just say the fried splitters are going on the road, buddy. Me and you got a date with Destiny. I'm gonna leave it at that. There's a I can't wait to tell you about this one. You are gonna be so damn happy. You're gonna love it. Let's just say that me, you, and my dad are doing something for the future. Fried splitters. You're fucking right. We're making a comeback, buddy.
Don't call it a comeback.
Don't. We've been doing this for years. Let's change some stuff around here. Not a beautiful mug. We can get rid of starting soon now too. Here we are.
PC Master Race.
Well, it is once you get everything all said and done with.
True.
So what'd you do in your week off?
Week off. I don't have weeks off.
Well, you're weekend off from the podcast.
Oh, that. I can't remember.
Too much blood of Christ?
I knew it.
I'm sorry, I couldn't resist.
Catholic.
I know, but it's still funny.
Communion.
Fresco laughed.
No, he probably did. I mean, it was Easter, so there was like chocolate to be had, colored eggs to be sure, which makes for some sickly looking omelets. And it was family togetherness, food, and everything else you could possibly want out of Easter.
Okay.
And I had to school an old redneck on what D&D was. At least I wanted to. I had to be polite. But,
Had to be polite?
Had to be polite.
How's married life treating you?
Fantastic, actually.
It is fantastic. What's even better is when you guys hit your stride and you're like, you know what? I ain't got to do shit for you anymore. There's the door, motherfucker. You don't like it, you can leave.
Never hit that point yet.
Yet. You say yet. And there's a reason you say yet. Look, I'm not saying you're going to hate each other. I'm just saying there's going to come to a point where it's just like, I'm not going to fucking bite my tongue. I don't give a fuck anymore. Check this out, right? Look, you stupid ass redneck. Here's what D&D actually is.
Oh, no. It's Jess's family, not Carla's.
That's horrible to call her that. For some reason, it wasn't horrible to call Carla's family redneck, but for some reason it is for Jess's. I don't know why. I guess because...
Well, if the overalls fit.
Right, but I've seen Jess's family and I've seen Carla's family, and I guess what I've seen from the two, it would be more easier to see Jess's family fit the role of redneck than it would Carla's.
Yeah.
So in my head, I'm like, wow, that's actually offensive to them because it might apply. But Carla is like, that will never fucking work.
I love how it's offensive when it applies.
Yeah, somehow in my brain, I'm not saying that I'm an ass for it I'm not an ass for it or anything, but I'm just telling you what happened. I don't know why it happened. It just did.
Wow.
Yeah. So anyway,
I want more of those cinnamon things.
we may have done an oopsie. We had Taco Bell before we started.
I couldn't have been happier. Especially because, okay, so they're replacing people's jobs with robots.
Oh, shit.
So we get in there and there's a touchscreen on how to order stuff so that you don't have to talk to the person. And the best, absolute best part of it was that the screen was facing the counter. So in order for me to order, I literally had to turn my back on the human worker to punch in my order at the touchscreen.
I had not even considered that.
I'm even looking over my shoulder like, meh. Let's see, I'll order.
I had not even considered that. That's a good point.
Oh, it was amazing.
And then, of course, Andy discovered the idea that you could customize anything that's already on the menu.
I added potatoes to a burrito. Best decision of my life. You heard me, Carla. Best decision of my life.
She's like, I'm about to make the best of mine.
Yeah, I'm going to get home and the door's going to be locked. Love you.
Is your mother still staying with you?
Yes.
She's just gone to, like, Fred Flintstone style with Dino, just...
We'll have a gay old time.
Somehow by the end of it, your mom's going to be locked in. Carla's going to be banging on the door.
Yeah, I just love that that's the going back to the Taco Bell thing. Like that's the way that we're going with fast food now. To the point where like, all right, I'll just punch it in as an order on either like a smartphone, because I'm sure you could order like through like a Taco Bell app or something like that. Okay. Yeah, so you punch in the order, go over there, and be like, yeah, I want my sickening burritos. And I want to get a 6-piece cinnamon ball order. God. 6 pieces. I hate that it's, okay, you have your option of 2. 2. How dare you try to manage my diet, okay? I don't want to order 2. Oh, well, then you got 4. 4's better, but that's not a dessert. That's a tease. You're tickling the balls of my sweet tooth. And I need more than 4. I'm like, oh, well, then you got 12. 12? You're trying to put me in a diabetic coma? I can't handle 12. I'm having like 3 burritos full of diarrhea ingredients, and I want to just cool it off with some cream cheese and cinnamon, right? So I don't need 12. Can you just give me 6? Well, you can order a 4 and a 2. Thank you. Thank you, Taco Bell
I'm
person.
the one that had to tell him he can order a 4 and a 2.
Because this man is smart. He
write that down, guys. He called me smart.
He graduated school and found out that 4 plus 2 is 6.
Yeah, the 2-pack is, as whether you would like to believe this or not, that's there for people like me. Someone that doesn't have time to waste with desserts, why would you buy a 6-pack of fucking cinnamon balls when you can get another burrito?
Because a burrito can't do what the cinnamon balls do.
Right. That's why you get a 2-pack.
Ugh. I don't know, man. It's useless. It's like getting half of an apple pie from McDonald's. Oh, you want the other half? Buy it separately.
I think this might be your wife.
Oh.
Well, keep asking for $15 an hour and I'd replace you too. Well said.
Yeah, no, that's true.
I embrace it. I embrace the change, and here's why. Less room for error. When you go up to a cashier and you say, I want a Chipotle chicken griller with potatoes in it, and you get a Chipotle chicken griller with onions in it because the cashier misheard you, it's no fun.
No, I had that fear ordering something from McDonald's where I wanted a double quarter pounder meal. And it seemed like she thought that I was asking for 2 quarter pounder meals. Like, no. I don't want double of a quarter pounder meal. I want a double quarter pounder meal.
Have you ever had that issue?
I have, actually, where somebody misinterpreted what I
That
wanted.
was a stupid fucking... Goddamn.
Dude, I've had it
That's
before.
bad.
I've had it before where they made my burger without the bottom bun. Like, they just assembled it in the box. And then I go to lift it out of the box. And, you know, I feel like I'm getting too friendly with old McDonald's livestock. Just slipping the finger in there. I'm like, oh, well, that's warm and greasy. Oh, that's no bottom bun.
Here's the fun thing. So when I was doing the low-carb diet, I would go to Wendy's. And Wendy's was great for this. You were able to order sandwiches with no bun at all.
I guess for the Fatkins thing.
Atkins, keto, low
Atkins,
carb,
yeah.
whatever you want to call it. Like, there's so many different titles for it. That's pretty much what I was doing, though. So if I wanted fast food, which I went like a solid 6 months, just no fast food at all, it really paid off.
Sure did. I love how he always starts off these diet anecdotes with, I used to be on this diet.
Yeah,
That's
clearly.
how it always starts.
Right. Well, yeah,
I used to be on this diet.
you're right. And it does always start on that, because by the time I decide I want to go on a diet, it usually starts with, oh, I used to be on that diet. I've decided I wanted to be on a diet, and then I seen food.
Yeah,
and
that's how it
now
always
I
works.
used to be on a diet. But no, I would go to Wendy's and like get a Baconator with no bun. Because of all the ingredients, that's the one that's going to make me fat.
Well, it holds itself together pretty well without a bun.
I mean, here's the thing. That's what I was going to say. Like, I've gotten a spicy chicken sandwich with no bun. I've gotten a Baconator with no bun. I've gotten a couple of sandwiches with no bun. And it's good, man. I like them all.
No, I couldn't do...
Don't get me wrong. The bun adds something to the sandwich.
Oh, well, yeah. Bread.
But, right. But, especially sandwiches that required a potato bun. Like the chicken sandwiches, usually to put a potato bun with it. I mean, it's delicious. But
So good.
for some reason, it still worked well without it.
What we got there?
Okay, so Dire Kiwi, I'm assuming that's Carla. I don't know.
Okay.
There's actually a way you can put that in emoji form on Twitch. So, because she put, yeah, the bread is making you fat. Sarcasm. Replace sarcasm. I'm going to spell it out for you. Capital K, has to be capital. Capital K, A-P-P-A. Kappa with a capital K. And it gives you a little gray face, and that's pretty much what describes sarcasm on Twitch, just so you know.
Yeah. Kappa.
Kappa. You were so close to being like a perfect Twitch chatter, but you're there. You're there. You got it. You just gotta know the tools you're given. That's all. But anyway,
Anyway, I couldn't do diets, anything that restricts my food, especially when a hospital is like, all right, well, in order to do your blood work, you have to not eat anything or drink anything past a certain point. It's like, well, then all your results are going to be post-mortem.
you've never done a hospital before.
A long time ago, I have done hospital. I've hospitaled. I have hospitaled and tested, and I think I still owe one money.
Yeah, fat chance they're getting that.
Right? They might get it.
I don't think it ruins your credit or anything.
It goes into collections, though. Depending on how much it is. Which it's a negligible amount. I could just pay it.
Listen, I've owed hospitals money before.
Yeah, it's not like the hospital is going to be desperate for it, where they're going to break your
Like,
knees.
I've-
Because where are you going to go? To the hospital.
I've never paid it. Still to this day. You know how good my credit score is.
Oh, well, that was for the liposuction, right?
Yeah.
I mean, no wonder they charged you for it. Good God, man.
No,
a lot of man
that's
hours.
no. That's how I got the money off the bill a little bit. I lowered the
Oh,
bill
sold them the fat.
no, wrong again.
Oh,
I sold them my services. They didn't have to use the machine. Don't worry, I'll suck that fat out for them. Right. Yeah. Just
unsavory.
fuck getting fat through food means just IV it right to me. Mainline it.
Oh, hook it into my veins.
I've often said she ruined it. Thank you. KAAP. No, seriously. I don't know what that means.
She tried to put Kappa.
She tried.
Yeah.
It's adorable.
Yeah. Capital K. A. PP. A.
Oh, God damn it. Why do I have so many emotes?
Capital K. There you go.
Oh, I did it.
Oh, you did it. You did it. Capital K. A. PPA. But only the K is capital.
Oh, she's trying.
She'll get it. She'll
Yeah,
get it.
she will. I'm gonna really fuck her up and give her like some crazy emotes like, oh, I don't know.
Alright, /_. What is that?
Huh?
What is that?
Uh-huh.
Looks like Wario from here.
Here.
There you go. Okay.
Yep. That's a little weird.
And she got it.
Yeah, she did. Good.
Yay! Kappa hype.
All right, done.
Stop playing on your own damn chat.
Well, I mean, it's my emotes. Did you see that yet? It's beautiful. It's my emote. It's me.
Oh.
With a beard.
With a beard. With a more kempt beard.
Being all excited and whatnot. That's a drawing of me.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not a picture. That's an actual drawing.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. I didn't do it.
Clearly.
Yeah.
It's not a risotto.
I thought about making that today.
Really? Next time.
Not with the not the basic one I made you. So for those that don't know, I tend to make risotto from time to time, and I made them as in you and your wife, a very, very boring sausage, or no, it wasn't a sausage. It was just plain peppers and onions.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was boring. I've made others. I've made sausage, pepper, and onions. I've made something else. I don't remember what else.
Something else.
Yeah, but what I want to make is like a pineapple shrimp one.
Excuse me?
A pineapple shrimp one.
If you leave the tails on there.
No.
Okay, good.
Why would I do that?
I don't know.
You know, I hate people that brings up a good talking point there. I can't stand that. Why would you make food that is meant to shovel into your mouth and then put obstacles in the way?
Yeah, I did not want to climb over hurdles eating pasta.
No.
Like, you're supposed to twist it into the fork.
Right.
And then put it in your face.
Right.
If I twist it in a fork, now I got a landmine of, like, hard exoskeleton from bottom-feeding crustaceans. And I'm like, no. All right, I guess I'll just reach my fingers into the sauce, as gross as that is already.
Yeah, exactly. And then you have to peel it off.
And I'm going to find the individual shrimp, and I'm going to be like, okay, I can only eat parts of you. Right,
and then what do you do with the shell?
It's got to go in a napkin separately.
And then you need an extra napkin.
Yeah. Specifically to get rid of the stuff you can't eat.
Makes no sense.
I hate it.
And then they do the same thing with crabs and spaghetti, too. You ever have crabs
Yeah.
and spaghetti? They leave the fucking shells on.
Yeah, leave the shells on it. So you're just
That's what I want to do. I want to fucking have to break through this. Not only do you have to break through the shell and get the meat, but then on top of that, you run the risk of having like shards of crab shell fall into your pasta.
Yeah. And then, like, you know, it's kind of like when you're eating chips and the one chip is at the right angle where the shard, instead of being chewed on, goes into your fucking gum. And it just stabs you. It's like, you know, oh, my last act of defiance. Nah. Like, oh, damn you, Dorito. Yeah. No. Fuck that.
Jesus. Fresco.
What?
He said, wimps, you can eat it all. Well, some of us aren't quite to that diet yet. Mm-hmm. Some of us like to poop sometime this millennium.
Yeah, right? Like, I don't need all the shells to, like, back up the colon.
Like, no, it's not lazy. No.
No, it's not lazy. It interrupts the entire flow of the eating process.
Yeah, it's I agree. Like, you don't go to a Chinese place.
Okay.
Right, I mean, like shrimp fried rice, for example. You go to a Chinese place, you get shrimp fried rice. The shrimp in the shrimp fried rice always has the tail off. If it didn't, no one would ever buy it.
Yeah. It's the same thing with, like, there's reason why you don't have chicken bones in a stir fry. Like, if you had chicken on the bone in the middle of a stir fry, what good is that? You're like, oh, I'll just eat the stir fry. This rice and vegetables and chicken. Oh, bone! No.
Right. She says we don't deserve to eat it.
You know what? That's fine. I could live out the rest of my days without having shrimp or crabs in my pasta. And I would never shed a tear.
Yeah. I have had crabs in my pasta in a very long time to begin with, and most of the time, the only time I ever get shrimp in my pasta is just because it's given to me.
We always talk about food.
I mean, look at us.
We always
Look at us, Andy.
Oh my goodness.
What are we supposed to talk about? Let's talk about diets and exercise.
Mm-hmm.
Because you look at us and you go, you know what I want to talk about with those guys?
All right. Let me put on my thickest glasses here. I'm gonna show you how to get a reputable APR on a good home mortgage loan. Okay. First thing you do, get credit. Just get it. It's all you gotta do.
I mean, here's the thing. Our talking about food brought up some of the best moments I feel we've had in these pre-shows. The whole thing with the Italian food and pronouncing it incorrectly, I still fucking go back to that and laugh.
That was a lot of fun.
That was brilliant. And then, even with the clickbait news last episode, you doing the voice for the British dude and saying peas and Tostitos. Vecchioli. See?
Yeah.
But there was something else I wanted to say. Oh, before we get into the show, I wanted to mention this. I did a marathon recently.
Yeah, not before anybody gets the wrong idea. It's not related to exercise or baton passing or anything like that. No.
There was a race.
Mm-hmm.
We played video games.
Yep.
So it was a marathon called Speedy Fist. It was a fighting game. You know, sometimes when I try to explain things and you start this fucking cackle that you do, I almost feel like the sitcom character on like a 90s sitcom, like Married with Children or Fresh Prince of Bel-Air or something, that's taped in front of a live audience that has to wait for the audience to stop laughing before they can deliver the next line.
That's accurate. That's pretty accurate.
So anyway.
So how'd your fisting go?
It was called Speedy Fist. It was a marathon for speed running, playing fighting games. And we raised $402 for St. Jude's Children's Hospital, which was pretty cool.
Double fisting.
It was a new record for us, which was nice.
Mm-hmm.
And before you say any crap, partially was because of me.
Okay.
That's right. I helped raise money because I had brought Shaq Fu to the table.
Mm-hmm.
And with my Shaq Fuing, there came... Oh my God. There came... I have to cut my nails. There came donation incentives, so people were able to say, hey, I want to give an extra $10 to make sure that he shows the cutscenes during the Shaq Fu speedrun.
Okay.
Or make sure that he uses the audio in Shaq Fu. Because Shaq Fu is such a beautifully crafted game that by having the audio turned on, it creates lag. The soundtrack is too powerful for the frames to handle.
I felt the same way about the Luke Cage series on Netflix.
You shut the hell up. Because Wu-Tang Clan still ain't nothing to fuck with.
Oh, I agree.
Well, I suppose it's about time to start the show. Tell them about the show, Andy.
Oh, okay, so...
I'll tell them. So... How's that feel? So, being that it's episode 75, and I thought we were going to have Fresco here...
Fagioli.
We are doing an all clickbait news episode. All clickbait news, nothing else.
Yep, that's it.
Which means Andy doesn't get to talk about Borderlands. I don't get to talk about the NFL draft.
Which is fine. You're going to want to hear what I have to say the next time that we get together about Borderlands, because at that point the reveal will be out.
Well, yeah, but I'll be able to hear everything before the show. I want to hear it. They don't. You should have been here. You bastard.
I couldn't get you to wake up early enough.
Couldn't get you to wake up early enough. He tried. He's lying.
I am.
He's so lying.
I'm pretty much lying.
Pretty much lying? You're 100% lying. Like I said, dude, I have something lined up for us. Don't you worry.
Okay.
Not you. But anyway, we're going to start the music. Cue the music, Andy.
Cue the music.
Yep, that's not cueing. Okay, let's try it again. He says you never call a bitch. Nope, that's not going to work either. You got to be critting me.
Critting you?
Critting me.
Oh, the 20.
This one? Hello and welcome to this week's edition of the Side Splitters. My name is Lyle.
And my name is Jackass.
And our goal tonight is to leave you in stitches. Oh man, do we have a show tonight?
We do. Today?
Today.
Yeah, okay. I didn't say it's not night time out. I mean, daylight savings is not that far off.
So as some of you will know, I am nose deep in my phone right now, and it's not just because
He's a millennial.
I don't care about what Andy has to say. We are doing an all clickbait news episode today, which means the entire episode, being that it's episode 75, even though Fresco's not here.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what happened.
Remember when he said he's a jackass? So even though Fresco's not here, we are still going to celebrate episode 75 with nothing but clickbait news. And I'll have you know there are some doozies in here.
Ooh.
There's some Florida in here.
Absolutely.
There's just all kind of greatness.
Would not have it any other way.
Yeah, there is just so much. So much. Almost don't know where to begin. So I'm just going to start from the top and we'll go into there. But first, how's everything been?
It's warm. It's warm in here.
Okay.
So I'm gonna.
You want to turn your fan on?
I'm just gonna take this off.
Hit the switch.
Cause it's
on the wall beside you.
Because it's off.
Go for it.
I'm just gonna.
You done?
No.
Nice purple there, purpley.
Oh,
more light.
Yeah, more light.
That's gonna. Yeah, it's gonna do that.
Oh. Okay. Nope. Wrong one. All right, just do the technical difficulties.
I mean, it's not even technical. This is primordial difficulties. Oh god.
So clickbait.
Yeah, clickbait news.
Okay.
So getting right into it. Not even going to go into the fact that it's everyone's favorite segment, because we're just going to go right into it. So, this first one is from Florida. Would you stop? If that comes off, we all of a sudden have a show no longer. Just so you know. He can't strip. If he strips, we no longer have a show. It's against terms of service. No, not happening. So, what happened to the Good Samaritan at Waffle House while he was paying for everyone's meals and handing out $20 bills?
Oh, somebody got super offended that he paid for their meal and was demanding that they pay for their meal because they are not some, quote, damn hippie or homeless person.
It's wild how close you were.
Oh, wow.
Waffle House Good Samaritan killed while paying for meals, handing out $20 bills. That's right. Welcome to Florida news, bitch. Killed.
Oh my god.
A Good Samaritan was fatally shot while handing out $20 bills and paying for meals at a Florida restaurant, according to police. Police arrested Ezekiel Hicks, 25, on murder charges.
What a hick. Go ahead.
Why is it always the names that get you all caught up? On murder charges early Sunday morning in the death of 41-year-old Craig Brewer, who was shot and killed at a Waffle House in Gainesville, Florida, located just a few miles west of the University of Florida. The officials said that the restaurant surveillance camera captured an altercation between the two on video. Witnesses said they saw the victim arguing with a female acquaintance of the suspect, who was reportedly upset because Brewer's generosity did not include her. So he paid for a bunch of meals and just didn't get to hers. Hicks intervened and got into a physical altercation with the victim. At one point, Hicks left the Waffle House and retrieved a 9mm Glock pistol, which was later recovered at the scene, according to the sheriff's office. Altercation had lasted only a few seconds and ended with Hicks firing multiple shots towards the victim's head, killing him on the scene.
Wow.
Public information officer for the county sheriff's office said officers had received a call about the restaurant reaching its maximum capacity and were en route while the shooting occurred. They feel like they were so close and just far enough away that they couldn't change the outcome. Something tells me they were just kind of like, I think we're going to let Darwin's take its course this time. Speed of what happened so quickly, went so bad, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I'm surprised that guy was still alive to be arrested. Like, if I was in a restaurant where a dude was just handing out money and paying for everybody's meals, and then somebody killed that guy before he got to my table to pay for my food, I would have killed the gunman. Like, just rushed him. It's like, what are you doing? I had the moons over my hammy, you bastard.
Moons over my hammy. Have you ever been to Waffle House?
Oh, that was a Denny's dish.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they're the same thing. That look on your face tells me that I'm completely wrong, aren't I?
You're lucky TOS says I'm not allowed to strike people. You've never been to a Waffle House.
I have, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I had the waffles that are, what is it, like loaded fries or something like that?
Oh, well, actually, it's something that comes from the Fried Splitters. So for those that don't know, whenever Andy couldn't make it back in the day to shows because he was taking care of buying a house, getting married, all that stuff, reasonable excuses, me and Fresco would take over and do an episode of something called the Fried Splitters. You know, because we're fat. So one of the opening lines was, instead of our goal is to leave you in stitches, it was our goal is to leave you smothered and covered.
Yep.
Which extends from the Waffle House.
Yeah.
So when you order hash browns at the Waffle House, you can get them smothered, covered, chopped, all kind of different ways, and basically each way insinuates a different topping into the hash browns.
Yeah, I've gone to a Waffle House and not had a single waffle, but I've had their fries or hash browns mostly.
You've had waffles, you said?
No, I have not had waffles.
Okay, good. I've not either.
Not gone to a Waffle House to have waffles.
It's funny. I'm gonna grab my water here. It's funny because so many times I've been to a Waffle House and I've never had a waffle there. I can't help but get the same thing every time, which is
People do that for every restaurant, though.
grilled chicken and eggs.
Okay.
It's so damn good. I don't know what it is, but for some reason, the idea of having chicken with eggs is amazing. I personally call it the before and after meal.
That's cute.
Yeah.
That's cute.
That's cute.
Yeah, that's rough though. Like killing somebody to that just paid for the meals. Like that's you have to be some kind of special.
You have to be Florida.
Gainesville, nonetheless.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gained a free meal, but I lost.
And a murder charge.
Yeah, and a murder charge.
All right, shall we move on?
Yeah.
So step away from Florida, but let's stay on topic here.
Okay.
Can you tell me what the man did to avoid army service in Korea?
He avoided army service by getting a sex change.
Nope, didn't go that extreme. Man acquitted on charges he tried to fatten himself up with fried chicken to avoid army service.
So that's your secret.
It's a little too late for that secret to start working properly.
Oh, man.
Prosecutors argued that the 22-year-old Korean man intentionally gorged himself on chicken and booze before his physical exam. So, this is going to be
I can't join army. I'm too fat.
This is going to be one of those story articles, so bear with me as I try to breeze through it here. After the final whistle blew, South Korean soccer superstar Son Heung-min cried.
Soccer superstar?
Wrapped the goalkeeper in his arms, and the two of them tumbled into the pitch. He had just captained South Korea to a 2-1 win over Japan, and blah, blah, blah. as the best day in his life. It wasn't just national pride. Yes, Son got a shiny gold medal.
Okay.
But he also earned an exemption from having to spend almost 2 years in the military. Son, who plays for Tottenham Hotspur in the English Premier League, entered the tournament knowing that without a gold medal, he would have to surrender 21 months of his athletic career and almost 2 years of his new contract.
Wait, so if he got the gold, why does he still have to go to the military?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Okay, so that was just a bunch of stupid stuff to say. This guy didn't have to go to the military. All he had to do was what this other guy did. On Sunday, the Incheon District Court ruled in favor of a 22-year-old college student who had been accused of eating fried chicken in an attempt to gain so much weight that he would be declared unfit to serve.
Oh, man, to be a fly on the wall during that whole thing breaking down. It's like, this guy right here, I accuse him. He's eating chicken.
Without the racism, Andy.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hi there. I'm a representative of South Korea. This man here, to my left, is being accused of eating poultry while avoiding military service here in South Korea. As you can tell from my voice, it is South Korea.
According to the Korean Herald, prosecutors argued that the unnamed man intentionally gorged himself on chicken and booze before the physical exam, and that he also made sure to slouch when his height was measured.
He also slouched.
Ensuring that his body mass index would be even higher.
BMIs.
If your BMI is 33 or above, you'll probably score a cushier by comparison public service job instead of being stuck on foot patrol in some remote location near the DMZ.
The demilitarized zone.
I don't believe you.
That is what it is.
Okay. At the time of his exam, his BMI was 36.8.
His bummer.
Well above the threshold for what is considered obese, but he argued that he'd just been a big boy for his entire life. A judge agreed with him after learning that the man had been obese, medically speaking, since he was 10 years old. The one time in your life, it's like, no, I've been fat all my life. And it's okay to say it.
Wow.
Judge Shim... Wow, what, man? It's been a lot longer since I was 10, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, but I like the idea that he got fit specifically to play, whatever.
No. The soccer thing had nothing to do with him.
Oh, then why'd you read it?
Because it was part of the article. Because they think they're clever. Judge Shim Hyunju also said that since the man weighed 102 kilograms, that's 225 pounds for all of us Americans.
About to say, I can do the metric system.
As a high schooler, it would be difficult to conclude that he had done anything to intentionally gain weight. So in other words... Oh, here we go. In South Korea, all able-bodied men between the ages of 18 and 35 are required to serve in the military for at least 21 months.
My client has not had an able body since the ripe old age of 10, here in South Korea, where I'm clearly from because of my voice.
The only ones who are exempt from that duty are those who raise the national profile by winning any kind of medal, gold, silver, or bronze at the Olympics, winning a gold medal at the Asian Games, or placing first or second at one of 24 contests that have been approved by the government. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it says here, Cho Seong-jin, who won an international piano competition, does not have to serve, despite winning a Billboard Music Award. Becoming the first Korean group to top the U.S. Billboard album chart and appear on Saturday Night Live, the 7 members of BTS still do.
BTS? That's one acronym that I'm not familiar with.
I think it's like some sort of new pop stars.
Oh.
Yeah. The 22-year-old fried chicken aficionado isn't the first man who has been accused of trying to eat his way out of conscription. Last September, a military manpower administrator announced that it caught 12 college students sharing weight gain tips on social media before their own military physicals. This is getting ridiculous.
All right, yeah, I'm going to call it there. So the whole point of this...
It still goes on, too.
The whole point of this is that Korea, mostly South Korea, has a problem where that automatic conscription or drafting for people that don't know more syllables is nullified if you're a fat ass. So as long as you're able to be a fat ass, you will be under scrupulous surveillance about whether or not that you are gaining weight for this express purpose of not going anywhere near military service.
So in other words, if you find yourself hearing the word scrupulous and immediately thinking, like I did, I wonder what kind of gravy that would be good on, then you immediately should not be in the military.
Yeah.
I'm safe. Fresco. Oh, shit.
Well, that brings up a question. Have you ever had to, in your entire life, and I know the answer to this one, but I feel like asking it anyway. Have you ever had to adjust your weight for one reason or another? Did the doctor just refuse to see you until you...
You mean, have I ever had to lose or gain weight for something?
Yes.
No.
Never.
Other than personal vendettas.
Oh. Vendettas. Vendettas. One of these days, I'm going to sit on that bastard. Well, I can't do it now. To KFC! And then it's a training montage of you literally pouring gravy down your throat.
To win! I've been fat since the day of birth, man. I was 10.5 pounds when I was born. Yeah.
10.5
10
pounds?
and a half
Good
pounds.
God, you were a roaster.
10 pounds, 8 ounces.
Wow.
That's right.
Your poor mother. No wonder she has a screechy.
He's not kidding.
Just tore her a new one and she just never recovered.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine that. Like, if I non-racist voices aside. I just wanted to make sure everybody knew that I was speaking from the point of somebody from Asia, okay? So when you do the whole, like, you know, I'm a very reserved man, going to talk to you about...
I think everyone got the joke, Andy.
Chopsticks and broccoli.
You kind of have a bit of a Sulu sound to you now.
Really?
Yeah.
That's weird. You should hear me when I'm sick. When I'm sick, I sound like Zapp Brannigan.
Is it fair to announce a guest that we're going to be having in June?
Billy West?
No.
Oh. Because I got excited there for a second.
More on stories about my mother coming in June when my father makes a guest appearance on the show.
Are you sure getting us in the same room is going to be a good idea? Because I am going to have fun with that.
Not as much fun as he's going to have with it.
Oh, okay.
Dude, I had him on a stream one time, and he went on about how my mother was once a gusher. Since then, people come into my chat and go, Mama Gusher! Yeah. He has fun with a live audience. Let's just put it to you that way.
Okay. Okay.
Because you know how I do the thing where I eat the shitty candy?
Yep.
So we were doing a thing. I just bought this pack of Sweet Heat Gushers, and they just weren't as good as I was hoping they would be. Like, they didn't taste good, and they didn't taste so bad that it would be funny. It was just, okay, these are sweet. That's it, you know.
Yeah.
And we were playing a miniature golf game called Golf with Your Friends. We were doing it on stream. We would take turns, try to get a better score, whatever. And if you... For every shot you got over par, you had to eat a gusher. So we got pretty good pretty quick. And just in the middle of me eating one of them, he's just like, you know, well, you got 2 over par. You got to eat with 2. Let me eat them, whatever. You know, your mother was a gusher. Just out of nowhere. Oh,
Gross.
It was so gross.
Pretty gross.
Okay. I think this next one's in Florida. St. Lucie. I don't know if that's Florida or not.
I think point of order, women aren't allowed to be saints. That's why Mother Teresa wasn't considered one. That's why she's called Mother Teresa, not Saint Teresa.
So, this one's going to be hard. What was the other option the person found? No. Other than being kidnapped, how was the person's husband missing?
Other than being kidnapped.
Right.
The husband... Yeah. I mean, that answer seemed pretty good.
What was it? I missed it.
Raped by alligator.
No.
Because it's Florida.
So, the question is, has your husband been kidnapped, or have you just had too much methamphetamine. In a recent St. Lucie County Sheriff investigation, deputies went to an address in the 8700th block of South US 1 in Port St. Lucie. An arrest affidavit states a man told investigators that someone kidnapped his husband, 48-year-old Victor Hensley. And that's the best part. They're gay too. Deputies said the man reporting the kidnapping appeared to be on some sort of drug. Asked whether he'd taken anything, the man said meth. No problem. Yep, took some meth.
Yeah, I had some meth. That's some meth. What of it?
The man also was looking across the street and said he was looking for his husband. Investigators saw a man walking down the street, which wound up being Hensley, the husband. Hensley denied being kidnapped, the report states. He said he went to the store for a drink. He had a bad backpack that he allowed deputies to search, and upon searching it, the investigators reportedly found items including 6 needles, a glass pipe, and bags of methamphetamine. Mm-hmm. Deputies reported that when Hensley saw the items, he said they belonged to his husband. Hensley was arrested on possessions of meth and possession of drug paraphernalia charges. It's just...
Now, was your husband actually kidnapped, or are you just on meth?
Yeah. Are you high right now, or...
Can it be both?
Yeah, can it be both?
Or would it be, you know, in order for me to know that I'm playing the character that I'm supposed to be, can I just go, can it be both?
Well, I would allow that as long as you have a southern twang to it as well. Let's see what you got. Come on, you got to think Florida gay man, not just gay man.
Oh, honey, can it be both?
No.
No. I'm on meth.
I'm on meth.
I'm on meth. God bless this meth.
Oh my God. Could you imagine having a drug so potent that it's just like, I think my husband's been kidnapped. Sir, that's just a random stranger. You were not married.
I'm pretty sure that if dogs could talk, that's how they would address all the police officers all the time. It's like, officer, my owner's been kidnapped. It's like, I just went to get a drink from the water fountain. And they're like, I'm just using the bathroom. Like, this dog doesn't know what he's talking about. I'm hungry too. He never feeds me. I have no concept of time. It's been 3 years since my last meal. Where'd he go? My owner's been kidnapped again. Oh, there you are.
And for some reason, he keeps attaching this thing to the back of me. And no matter how hard I try, I can never catch it. He says it's a tail, and I wag it when I get happy. But I don't feel it, you know. Just...
He put the tennis ball on the bottom of an old person's stroller, and I can't get to it.
Okay.
Oh no, the police officer's been kidnapped. Oh, he just drove away in his car. Stupid dog.
Oh, this is going to be a hard one, man.
Giggity?
Okay.
Okay. This is like a never-ending cup of coffee.
Can you tell me why? Is this may be Florida as well? Well, it's St. Lucie County again.
Wow.
Can you tell me why?
Juicy Lucy County.
The man made the threat, I'll kill you, I'll kill everybody.
I'll kill you, I'll kill everybody. Was it because his meth got kidnapped? No, wait, hold on. Somebody got his order wrong at a restaurant.
No.
Okay.
Fernandin Velez Latour, 37, was arrested
That's a mouthful.
March 20th after an investigation by Port St. Lucie police. One man, identified as a victim on March 11th, told police that Latour was drunk and began arguing with a second male victim about a squeegee.
A squeegee?
He said Latour, someone slept with his wife. He said Latour cut the second victim's arm with a razor blade. Next, he said Latour got a machete and chased the second victim. He said the second victim jumped on a pickup truck and Latour followed. I'll kill you, I'll kill everybody, Latour is quoted as saying.
Wow.
And then the article continues to say, a squeegee is a T-shaped tool with a cross-piece edge with leather or rubber. Squeegees are designed to facilitate the removal of water from a surface, such as a window, by dragging it across the surface.
Sure is. That is a squeegee. As a down and dirty Webster's definition of a squeegee.
Hold on, the article's not done.
Oh.
Here's a fun word. Parenthetically, the world's fastest window cleaner is Terry Turbo Burrows, who set a record in October 2009 in the United Kingdom by using an 11.75-inch squeegee to clean 3 45-inch by 45-inch windows in 9.14 seconds. According to Guinness World Records, formerly the Guinness Book of World Records.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, the second victim.
that was a nice aside there.
This article is insane. The second victim said Latour was upset with him over his squeegee, records show. The second victim said Latour cut his arm with a razor blade after the second victim declined to give Latour the squeegee. He also said that he chased him with a machete. This is the exact... He's repeating himself. Police initially couldn't find Latour. One of the victims said he lived in his car and was staying in his driveway. And then, he eventually surrendered to...
I just live in my car in the driveway of my house. I don't ever go in the building.
He eventually surrendered to authorities on March 20th at the county jail on 3 felony warrants in connection with the incident.
Over a squeegee. Oh my goodness. You took my squeegee. That's it. You're dead.
Let me ask you a question. So for those listening later on, whenever, that are not from the area, we here in New Jersey have to let other people pump our gas. And because of that,
the last state,
sometimes they'll also clean our windows with a squeegee.
Yep.
Are you happy or annoyed when that happens?
It's a little bit of both.
Okay.
Because my problem is that sometimes my windows will need it. I am a dirty scoundrel. I do not clean my car properly at all. I figure nature does that. I mean, it was raining earlier today. And, I mean, if water just falls out of the sky, like a lot of things that don't fall out of the sky, when people are like, oh, finished meals don't just fall out of the sky. It's like, well, water does, and it'll clean my car. All I needed to happen is just let it rain. But,
I just want to stop you and let everyone know that I am an aficionado of keeping my car clean. You're not allowed to eat in it. You're not allowed to smoke in it.
He's right.
Like, my car is clean, and it stays clean. So hearing this is a bit nerve-wracking. Anyway. I don't know how he ain't fucking dead. Apparently, if you keep your car as dirty as Andy does, you should be dead.
Well, because you can't see out of the windshield. But
you can't see anyway.
Right?
Clean your windshield. You can't see out of them. Well, if it makes you feel better.
Well, here's the thing that I never contemplated was that there's 2 sides to the glass.
Okay.
So the inside gets dirty.
Okay.
It doesn't rain on the inside. It rains on the outside.
Right.
So now I don't know what to do. But in any event,
I legitimately carry around in my trunk right now is Windex and paper towels just for that scenario.
Really?
If the inside of the windshield gets dirty, I clean it.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know. There's still smudge marks on there for when my wife did a swirly on the passenger side, and it's been there for, 2 or 3 years now. But anyway, so when they do it at Wawa, which is where I get gas.
Sure.
Among other things, I'm fine with it when somebody does it just because I guess they're bored or it's genuinely dirty or something like that. But like sometimes people will do it, and I feel like they don't know the concept of cleaning a window, because the guy kind of looks like he is a guy on the side of the street that has offered everything short of a blowjob for a decent wage, and he'll just go at my windshield like, yeah, I'm gonna get paid today, and just like haphazardly rub that shit all over the windshield, do one swipe, and then consider it a master stroke, and he's done. He's like, and it's clean! I've done excellent customer service! Put that thing in the tab, take the thing out, and then let me go on my way. And I'm sitting there in a foggy, dirty mess that's just streaked all over the place. And I'm like, thank you. Because at that point, if you get out to correct what they've done, they just give you that death stare. Like, I did a good job. I did a good fucking job. Why are you going over something I already did? I provided excellent customer service.
Did he give you the snap too?
Yeah, just the snap. And I'm like, all right, dude, I have done it before where I have gotten in my car, started driving, circled the lot to go on the opposite end of the pumps to get out to fix the window and then go about my day.
I tried to tell them no, thank you, no. Like when you go like to New York or something, and the bums are trying to clean your windshield with like fucking newspaper and shit. Mm-hmm. It's like that kind of thing. No, please don't. Oh, you're just making it worse than it already is. No, stop, please. Because here's the thing. I used to be a gas attendant at Wawa. Mm-hmm. I know why people are doing it. They're not doing it just to make you happy. They're not doing it because they're bored. They're doing it because they want a tip. Mm. Some people will just see you in a car, it's a nice car, whatever, and I know for a fact, oh, nice car, let me fucking go ahead and clean this windshield for him, maybe he'll give me $1.
I tell you what, I used to work at a legit gas station that just does gas stationing and not Wawaing.
I did that as well.
And whenever anybody came in with a nice car, you didn't fucking touch it. Mm-mm. You didn't touch it at all. They pumped their gas. Who cares what the state law is? When they drive up with a $60,000 car, you don't touch that shit. Period.
I spilled gas on an expensive car once. Yeah, he wasn't happy. He was so mad.
I tried to get the nozzle ready for a guy on a motorcycle.
Oh, motorcycles are the worst.
They are the worst.
Because it's like you're not going to pump that gas for him. Mm-mm. For anyone that doesn't know, the motorcycle, you're sitting on it, and then directly in front of the motorcycle is the gas tank, so you would have to like, excuse me.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd have to come in with my nozzle and try not to touch his. Just like get it in there. But like sometimes, and this may surprise some people, but there's gas in the hose. So when you pull back the sheath that's on the nozzle, sometimes gasoline spills out of that. I can't control that. That's just the way it's designed. So a guy got pissed at me because I handed him the nozzle. I'm like, you know what, dude? You pump your own gas. I get it. I get it. You're with the pagans or whatever kind of motorcycle group you're with. And he pulled back the sleeve to put gas in the tank, and gasoline came out of the sleeve and spilled all over the top of his tank. And he's like, motherfucker! And I'm like, dude, I can't control that. It just happens. And he called me Four Eyes and hurt my feelings. Yeah, those
Four Eyes hurt your feelings?
4 Eyes hurts my feelings, man.
Good to know.
Yeah.
So can you tell me...
All right, yeah, we're still doing this.
Why a Florida man choked to death?
Autoerotic asphyxiation.
You are so close.
Oh!
No. Florida man choked to death in October after eating dozens of live cockroaches in a contest to win a python. An autopsy is found. If that's not the most Florida story so far.
One clarification. I just need one clarification, please. Python as in the snake?
We're about to find out.
Oh my god.
The body of Edward Archbold, 32, tested negative in Florida for drugs. And Broward County medical examiner ruled the death was an accident caused by asphyxia. Archbold collapsed and died soon after the promotional event at a pet store in Deerfield Beach, Florida. Oh, they have a Deerfield. Deerfield Beach, Florida. Oh. No other illnesses were reported amongst 30 competitors.
Oh, I'm having a hard time imagining this. Go ahead.
He died of asphyxia due to choking and aspiration of gastric contents. The medical examiner's office found. His airway became obstructed with arthropod body parts. The grand prize for the contest winner was a python, and Archbold had planned to sell the snake, there you go, to a friend, according to the owner of the Ben Siegel reptile store. We feel terribly awful, the owner said, and he looked like he just wanted to show off and was very nice, he said, adding that he also did not appear to be ill before the competition. A lawyer for the owner said all the contestants had signed disclaimers, accepting responsibility for their participation in this unique, unorthodox context.
I'll say.
God damn.
Yeah, you're terrible at reading. So, the guy choked down, literally, a bunch of cockroaches in order to get a snake. If it was for a car, like if he was going for a Python vehicle, which I'm pretty sure doesn't even exist, I'm thinking of the Viper. But, I don't know, is there a Python? You're the car guy.
Oh, yeah. The vroom vroom.
But in any event, like, no, this ain't Fear Factor. You're not getting $60 million. Like, no, I'm sorry. Like, I would eat cockroaches out of survival only. Only. And that's it.
So, here's my thing.
Ah.
The guy said specifically that he was trying to show off.
Oh, he showed off, all right.
So it makes me think
He
how
shuffled
many.
off this mortal coil.
Well, how many cockroaches did he have to eat to win a friggin' snake?
That's what I wonder, too. Is there any of those details in there?
I read every single detail of that article.
Of course there's not.
Because if all he has to do is eat 2 of them and then he wins the snake, I mean, it's the South. They've eaten worse, right? What was that, 564? So it's yeah, it just doesn't really make sense to me in that aspect. Like, you already won the snake. Why are you eating? Maybe it was probably like Tyrone Biggums. Like, he already wins Fear Factor. You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. The Chappelle episode. So there was an episode of the Chappelle show where there was a character named Tyrone Biggums, which was like Dave Chappelle is a crackhead, and he's on Fear Factor. And he's like has to walk on hot coals. He has to sleep with spiders and all kind of shit like that. And the last contest that he had to do was eat as much horse rectum as he possibly could, hoping to best the other combatants. And he more than easily won the contest, no problem. Ate more than enough horse rectum than was ever needed, and continued to eat it afterwards, considering, oh, this is a free meal. Anything's good with hot sauce, you know. So maybe that's what happened. Maybe they were just like, fuck, this is a free meal. Keep eating these cockroaches.
Oh, I hope not.
And we're getting a snake to sell to someone, because he even said he was going to sell the snake. So
he
was
didn't even
looking
want
at
the snake.
No, he didn't even want the snake. So he was looking at it as a free meal, and then we get money for doing this, and get another free meal later on, or probably meth.
Probably meth.
But he said that there was no drugs found in the system.
Help! Help! My snake's been kidnapped. Sir, was your snake really kidnapped, or are you just on cockroaches?
Speaking of crystal meth, I got a fucking Florida doozy here.
Tell me that's a stripper name.
So, can you tell me why the Florida woman named Crystal Metheny was arrested in Polk County?
Wow. All right, I want people to know that I don't look at these ahead of time.
No, he does not.
That is hilarious. That I just like, wow. Okay, why Crystal Metheny was arrested. Well, no, that's too obvious. I don't think she was dealing meth. I think that she was under arrest for having a stripper name, but not actually being a stripper.
So I'm going to just read the article.
Okay. Read the article.
It's hard to be destined for greatness with a name like Crystal Metheny, especially if you live in Florida. Mm-hmm. So it's no surprise that a woman with that same name was arrested last month in Polk County. Her alleged crime, however, was not drug-related, at least not this time. Metheny was arrested May 5th on a charge of shooting an offensive missile into a vehicle, according to the public records from the Polk County Sheriff's Office.
What?
She was released the following day after posting a $5,000 bond. A 36-year-old woman was also arrested in Polk in 2012 for a marijuana possession charge.
Oh, well, okay. So she didn't do drugs then and there for that one, but she has done drugs in the past. An offensive missile.
So, upon seeing this, I immediately went, Andy is going to have a fucking ball with this article.
Okay.
Because it was Crystal Metheny, it was Florida, and the charge was for shooting an offensive missile.
Yeah.
And I was just like, he's going to say something off the wall and bizarre about this offensive missile. I mean, if you think about it, it's an offensive missile.
Yeah, so my immediate thought went to dildo. Like, she launched a dildo from her vehicle to somebody across from her at, like, a stoplight because they were, like, tailgating her or something like that. I was like, oh, if you want to be up my ass, have something that already has been. And just launch it into their car.
See, my thought with offensive missile, and which is where I was hoping you were going to go, was an actual, cartoon-styled missile. Like a rocket-propelled grenade.
Acme Academy.
Right, an actual Marvin the Martian shooting it. It was a dick missile. Marvin the Martian shooting it, and then when it gets to said person, the capsule opens up and a little sign comes out and just says the N-word on it. That's what I was hoping you would go for.
I don't know. With a name like Crystal Metheny, like I'd imagine it was something completely tasteless, like a used tampon or a dildo or just something along those lines.
If your name is Crystal Metheny, I feel like you do everything in your power to remain tasteful. Like you have to.
No, that's that nature versus nurture kind of thing. Like, if that is the name that you're given, first of all, your parents hate you. I hate to say it. You are a mistake. You are a mistake. Oh my god.
I showed him a picture of it. It's not going to do much to show on screen, but yeah, there she is.
Okay, so she... Man, so...
Well, you can kind of see her.
If you put a wig on Drew Carey's stomach stretch marks...
When he still had them.
When he still had them. Like, you're talking like 90s Drew Carey. Ooh. And he went shirtless at the beach, and they put a wig, like, right here. That's what she looks like.
Yeah.
Good old Crystal. I see through you.
So if you think we're done now, oh boy, buckle up. Andy, can you please tell me why? You know what? We'll make this one fun. Why was the Florida man arrested this time?
There's so much. Okay. The Florida man was arrested.
This is a very Florida thing to do.
Very Florida thing to do. Okay.
Like, okay, if I can try the picture.
I got something in my head.
The Philadelphia Eagles just won the Super Bowl, and Philadelphia is located in Florida. What does the fan base do? Streaking. That's not Florida enough.
So I have a concept.
Okay.
And it's a funny image.
Okay.
And I wish I could get it portrayed in like a GIF or something like that.
I feel like this has to be a new game for a Decasode episode. Like just you guys have to come up with like the best reason the Florida man got arrested. And I picked the winner based on, clarity.
Clarity's going to be hard, especially with Florida. Oh, all right. So a man was arrested in Florida because he rode bareback, nude, on an alligator, snatched a woman's baby in public, and when was confronted by the police officer, jousted the police car while on alligator back with a vibrator.
Oh, with a vibrating. I was hoping for a baby.
The baby one hand, a vibrator in the other, nude on alligator back, jousting a police car.
Florida man.
While under the influence of drugs.
Oh, obviously.
Obviously.
We said Florida. Florida man arrested for, wait for him to take a sip, hanging on traffic light and shitting on cars passing underneath. I can't make this shit up. You had the dude part right? Like just, here it comes. Yeah, suck on that, bitch.
Oh my god, how old was this guy?
I always wanted to be a pigeon.
Secretly, I am a pigeon on the inside.
Florida man has been arrested after he allegedly climbed a traffic light on a busy intersection and began shitting on cars passing underneath. Roy Stern was arrested by Miami police after numerous calls about a man hanging from a traffic light and shitting on cars. Police and the fire department had to bring Roy down via ladder. According to authorities, Roy was high on crystal meth and marijuana.
Of course.
Doesn't give his age. That's actually the entire article.
Oh my god.
They give a wonderful picture, though.
Oh, of him shitting?
Look at that.
What the...
No, it's not him shitting, but my god.
It looks pretty close. How is his face uneven like that?
I don't know. He almost has hair like here. Like on the bridge of his nose.
Doesn't it look like, okay, so what if the Mad Magazine mascot was as old as Mad Magazine is now?
If the Mad Magazine mascot, I forget his name. He had a name. If he retired at the age of like whatever his age was at the time, so we'll say 20s, because of all of his success with Mad Magazine, and retired in Florida and became a Florida man. That's what he would look like.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very much a non-flattering picture of this dude. So I have to ask you, were you ever the kid that liked to play with traffic in one form or another? Not in traffic, but, you know, would put stuff in the road to see if it would get run over, or, you know...
Of course I was.
Okay, what did you do?
We thought it was fun when we were kids to put old action figures that we don't play with anymore in sexual positions in the road. And the cars run them over. We just thought it was exciting. Man, look at him hit those fucking cars. You know, those... Look, it's He-Man thrusting onto Darth Vader.
The Force is strong with Eternia!
By the powers of Grayskull!
You can't win, Anakin. I have the high ground. Wow. No, I never did that.
If they say no, just use the Force!
Yeah, go on. Choke me. Choke me. Now, I've done some stuff with cars. Not pooping on them, mind you.
Yeah, I feel like we fucked up in life.
Right?
Like, why didn't we poop?
I should have pooped on a car.
It's too late now, we're 18.
Just turn off the wipers, they're only making it worse. No, I would put just stuff in the road to get run over. It didn't matter what, like pine cones or something like that. Just whatever I could find.
I gotta say something here. I have a great idea, but I don't know how well it would work with insurance and all that. But I always thought it'd be an awesome thing. I'd always thought it'd be an awesome thing to open up a go-kart track where you're allowed to be drunk. Legal drunk driving. And like...
Does it technically count as a motor vehicle?
I don't know.
Anybody?
I just think it'd
Anybody
be
have
so
an opinion
cool.
here?
Like, it would be awesome.
Would you go to a go-kart track where you're allowed to drink and drive?
So here's where I first found out it'd be awesome. Oh, fuck, I gotta stop yawning. So...
Fresco's on board.
So, like... I went camping a couple years ago, and it was something that my mother-in-law had, you know, paid for and everything. She had a camper the whole night. She also rented a golf cart.
Okay.
I got hammered one night. I mean, fucking hammered. And drove that golf cart all goddamn night. It was so much fun. And it was at that moment, I would never drink and drive, ever. But it was at that moment that I realized how fun it would be if I could get away with it. Because it was just boisterous music blaring and just driving all over the fucking place. Like, you know? It was just so much fun. I don't know.
I can't imagine. I mean, you can kind of get technically arrested for riding a bicycle while intoxicated.
True.
So I'd imagine a go-kart would be
Well,
kind of
here's the thing. Have you heard about these rooms where, you know, the whole escape room thing is kicking up, and then the whole thing where, you know, you launch axes or throwing axes, hatchets, whatever. That's all starting to kick up, whatever. And now there's these things where you can bring stuff to these places, and they give you tools to destroy it with.
I've heard of that, yeah.
And then they also... I don't know if it's BYOB or they're trying to get their liquor license. I heard about something like that in one in Philadelphia. And it's just like, why are you allowed to drunk demolish stuff? How can you get away with that? You know what I mean? It's just like, people are saying, oh, they're great for divorce parties. Well, first of all, it's fucked up that you're even having a divorce party, because not only are they going through a divorce, but you have a term for how to celebrate it. That's just not right.
Yeah. I kind of would like the idea of just being alone with a car for an extended period of time, just to try to break as much off of that car as I possibly could.
You know, if you
Street Fighter
fierce kick it twice with Ryu or Ken.
Sure you could.
Yeah. Anyway, So I have one more.
Okay.
This is the 8th one.
Okay.
It comes from Channel 8 News. That's
Ocho.
WFLA News Channel 8 in Tampa, Florida.
Okay. Thank you for that clarification.
You're welcome.
I feel better about it.
Can you tell me what the Florida man blamed his diabetes on?
Was it all the shit that hit his windshield?
No.
Wait, he blamed it on Barack Obama.
If there... No.
Oh.
A Newport Richie man accused of stealing almost $5,000 worth of merchandise at a Walmart claims he does not remember doing it. Deputies say Frugerio had committed 3 thefts at the Walmart in a week, but says due to his blood sugar diabetes, he does not always know what he is doing and does not remember stealing from the Walmart in State Road 54.
Wow.
See, the title of it says he blames his diabetes on Walmart theft. This is saying that he's blaming the theft on his diabetes.
Yeah.
Okay. What?
I'm sorry. Has it ever been a legitimate excuse? Can you get out of doing something because you're like, oh, I don't know, man, my diabetes was out of control. I just couldn't help it.
See, now I'm not 100% sure if this is accurate or if this is real or not. This says he's been charged with scheme to defraud and was transported to Land O'Lakes Detention Center.
Ah,
That's a butter company.
it is a butter company. Although Dove does make soap and chocolate, so I mean,
That's not the same company, is it?
yeah,
I don't believe you.
yeah, they make soap and chocolate.
Shut up, Andy.
No, it's still Dove.
If there was ever a thing, okay, let's say you, for some reason, get arrested.
Mm-hmm.
You steal a bunch of stuff, and someone tells you you can get away with it, just, blame it on blank.
Mm-hmm.
Blame it on something that the cops will believe. What do you tell them?
I would tell them that I have a split personality disorder.
How do you back it up?
How do I back what up?
Oh boy, you see that cringe in my face there? That's what the cops would do. You'd be going to jail, buddy. You gotta do better than that. I would believe you if you said something along the lines of like, "No, I thought I paid. I keep forgetting everything," and the whole gray hair thing kicks in with the Alzheimer's, or oh, I thought the sign said it was buy one get one free.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was picking up something at my cousin's house. I thought this was mine already.
No, you can't say cousin if you're old. You'd have to say like my grandchild's house or.
But I'm not old though.
Yeah, I know, but you're trying. You know that. They don't.
No. Yeah, it could be like the opposite of Andy Melanakis.
Yeah.
Or actually the thing of Andy Melanakis. He's old, but he doesn't look old.
Yes, you're the opposite. You're young, but you look old.
Oh.
Well, you're not young either.
No, I'm not young.
You're like Benjamin Button, except you never fucking got to the young part.
Oh, you bitch.
You're Andy Button. He started off old and just never progressed. Or regressed. He just stayed old his whole life.
Just there. It's like the weirdest, like, you know how Asians go from like being extremely like they're young for like maybe 5 years and then they're just 60 for the rest of their life.
I don't think they're 5 years young. It's more like they're young for 60 years and then they're 90 for the rest of their life.
That's fair too. And they shrink and they get all like.
Have you seen Jet Li recently?
No.
It's depressing.
Really?
Oh my god. You have to see this.
Okay.
Banter.
So I'm about to look at an old picture of Jet Li, which I guess is a new picture of an old Jet Li. This is me bantering. That way I can bring us up to speed about what Lyle is doing on his phone other than being a millennial and being on his phone when people are having a conversation. Because that's what people do. And I know that technically I might even be considered a millennial, but I'm not on my phone all that much. Oh, good, he's done. That's Jet Li?
That's Jet Li, dude. That's a before and after picture of Jet Li.
Does he have like a fatal disease or something?
Yeah, he does actually.
Oh! I don't feel sorry about asking that question at all. I stick by it. He looks sick and about to die. What does he have?
People should look up Jet Li. I don't know. I have no idea.
Did he finally lose in the 1?
He's no longer the 1 now. He's the 2. Actually, he says he's doing great and feeling great. Let's see. The man in the photo looked both familiar and foreign. The media would describe the bespeckled-faced, crow's feet prominently framing the eyes under the glaring sun as frail and unrecognizable. One headline wondered, is this the same Jet Li we all know? Blah, 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 blah. He's 55-year-old.
He looks terrible for 55.
Right, he battled hyperthyroidism, a condition that can cause fatigue and weight loss.
Oh.
Yeah.
But it's called hyper.
Right.
Usually you get, like, full of energy and active and motion. Yeah! Cornholio!
So, that's all the clickbait news I have. That's all the bantering we can possibly do.
I think that is all the bantering that we can do on this particular clickbait news.
Filled episode. It's like a Cadbury cream episode where the cream is just Florida stories. What is the title we're going with here today?
Oh, Florida Mania? Shitter on the roof.
Clickbait title. Shitter on the roof. And that'll do it for this week's edition of the Side Splitters, episode number 75, aptly titled Shitter on the Roof. My name is Lyle.
And remember, I am Jackass.
Shitter on the roof. Andy's a trifling bitch. As you...
We could call that the sub part of the episode.
And everyone remembered that Andy's a trifling bitch.
Trifling.
My God, do we have stuff coming up in the future? I can't wait to share it all with you guys. Man, Andy again. Novak. Way to come in at the end of the fucking episode, dickwad.
Yeah, right?
Jesus. Anyway, we do have some awesome stuff coming up in the long run. Like I said, Fresco doesn't even know about it yet, but I have something very, very cool to do with him soon. And then my dad's going to be coming on the show. It's going to be a lot of fun. Maybe I can get him on here for a decasode and have Fresco on here. We'll have a 4-man show.
Well, around that time frame that we were discussing would be the decasode.
That could be cool.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how we'd all fit in here.
Is that a joke at Fresco?
At everybody. We're all fat.
Fresco, start losing weight, buddy. We'll all go on diets. That's what.
Well, hold on. Don't lose too much. You'll have to join the military.
Just hang from a fucking street sign and shit on cars. Oh my God. Shitter on the Roof, episode 75. We love you guys. Be here next week. We'll be here. Novak, fuck you. Good night, everybody.
Night, everybody.